What's up, everyone? It's John at National Sports Entertainment, and I wanted to go into tonight's basketball games. We have one in progress already, the Heat, and I wanted to go into tomorrow's football games, which I'm going to right after this. I'm going to eat and then do that. I was a little, like I said, yesterday, I think I had some kind of like infection or something, or just some kind of bronchial thing. Feeling a little bit better, but yeah, that's the only reason I haven't had, time to get the videos out, video after video, like I try to every day. I will say, it's funny, the Army-Navy game, we were talking about it in the Discord last night, and we were just throwing some numbers back and forth, and, I noticed today it was too late to make a video, but I did think it was going to be a 10-7 game, this Army-Navy game. And there's a very good chance that it actually will be 10-7. So I maybe not, but it would have been nice because I did like the under. If you know how my metrics worked, and 32.5 was just so appealing for people to take the over, in my opinion. So that's why I feel like the under hit. It's gonna hit, in my opinion. But yeah, so I wanted to get into tonight's basketball games, and I also wanted to go into the football games. Like I said, I wanted to do these before they tip off, and then gets on to eat, and then I'll get the football games all out there tomorrow. I've been really focusing on the NFL and the NBA. That's why I haven't had a ton of college plays, just because I've been trying to follow all these narratives. So you can see the Heat's already in play. I did go and take them to cover the spread, so we'll see what they do. Then I'm looking at some of these just to see the ones that stick out the most. I like the Clippers over. If you know my feeling on that metric, I like it. And I do like it in games like this when you have, I think they're going to they want the Wizards to look pretty good too, don't forget. So 218.5, and this one could definitely go over. And the Clips are just so bad on the over. So I like the over in this game. And in this game, they're coming off a tough loss. 4.5 is a good bit of points. Oklahoma City's got a good bit of covers this year, 15-10. You can see they're about the same on the covers. So when that happens, instead of playing the cover, again, I'm playing the under. Oklahoma City's gone over a lot this year, and Cleveland's gone over a good bit. So a lot of people are going to see this. It looks pretty low. I would think these two should be like in the 220s, almost low 230s. So, it's like the Army-Navy logic. If it looks kind of low or kind of high, people are going to be hitting a certain one. I remember when I thought it was real, I used to lose the most betting over-unders. I did, because I was like, this one, the pace has to be over, and it would always be the opposite. So I really do like the under for this game. So we like the over for the Clippers, but I like the under for the Thunder Cavs. Here I love the Mavs to cover. It is a good bit of points, I know that. But I think people are thinking they're complete bums at this point, and Luka's probably out. I was going to say, for 5.5, Luka's probably out. And honestly, he's just like Chris Paul. Him being out makes no difference. Dinwiddie comes in, and honestly, without selling, Dinwiddie does more than Luka. So, and they like to push that narrative that they're better without Luka. They pushed it in the playoffs last year, defensive efficiency and turnovers, all these different things, free throw percentage. I guarantee you all of them make free throws tonight. The same guys that missed them last night will make them tonight. So I love Dallas to cover that 5.5. If you're following along in the Discord, I did in my rig log, I put all the games for yesterday. So some of these are on leg twos, most cashed yesterday. But for example, you can see we have the Wizards, we have the Nets, we have a couple going on leg twos. So for that game, Mavericks, I like it as a leg two. I like them to cover as a leg two. This one's a very interesting one. This one is the one everyone's going to be interested in. And I do like in this game the Warriors. I'm looking at both of them, and I know a lot of people are going to be on the Celtics. And I'm just looking at, do I think the Warriors go 14-13 or do they go 13-14? Because I really feel like that's going to be the only, the symbolism with 4-13, if you don't know, I've gone into with Steph Curry, and I did a whole video on it. So I see they can improve to 13-14 on the spread. I usually never use numerology, but with these guys, it's blatant. I also see they could be the teams to give Boston their sixth loss, the team that won last year. So a lot of people are thinking revenge. I'm thinking they got a game going on in a couple weeks, and that'll be the revenge game at home in Boston. So I actually like Golden State here to improve to 14-13, and I think I'm going to take them with the 2.5. I'm going to take them to cover, but I do think they win. And then we have our late games, and this one is another one, so not one I love, but I'll play it as a first leg. I like Denver to cover. I think they want Denver to look strong. They just came off a very close game with Portland. Utah just missed a cover, and you can see Utah's still a lot better than Denver on the covers. Typically, you're better teams, and over the course of the year, Denver's going to be the better team. Just do better on the covers. So this one I like at the 11.5. If you see it move to 12, maybe by the half a point, because they do that a lot. They do those clips. But it should stay around 11.5. I like the Nuggets. And in this one, I love Portland. I like them to win. I should make that distinction. So this one is one I would stay away from the cover on, because if you see Portland's really good on the cover, the Timberwolves are really bad on the cover. So for this, what I'm going to do, and I'll put it in my Discord, is I'm just going to play the Nuggets Blazers money line, or I'll do the Blazers Cavs money line. I'll still do I'll still have them covering the spread, but for the Blazers, just to give it that little pump, instead of having them giving up 5.5, I'm just going to add another minus 300, something like that, to it, and make it a parlay. So I like the money line play there, just because I think they might win a close one. So the Wolves aren't that great against the spread. They actually, a couple days ago, they pushed instead of officially covering. They're up to 10 and 15. But usually when I see this, I'm going to take the team, in this case it'd be the Wolves, that's poor, that's worse against the spread. But at the same time, there's the narrative that I think they're trying to force, that the Blazers are a different team this year. And I think the combination, I'm pretty sure they're all playing, they want to show Edwards and Russ versus Ant and Dame. And I think they want to show that Ant and Dame are the better two-guard combo. So with all that being said, I do like the money line on the Blazers, but I'm going to parlay it. Personally, I like parlaying it just to win straight up with Cleveland. I don't think that Cleveland loses again at home after that loss to the Kings. So I think that would be a good parlay for value. So those are all the picks for today. And again, the only over-unders, I like the over on the Clips and the under on the Thunder. And it's in the name, so easy to remember. And we're basically playing every game, it looks like. Heat I haven't played. We'll see how they go. Nets, I like to watch them a little bit. We missed them last time, so I'm just going to watch the Nets for a little bit before I play them again. If I had to pick, I'd probably say more people will take the Nets +8. I'd probably take Indiana -8 if I had to play this game. It looks too appealing to take the Nets. But yeah, it'd be interesting how that Army-Navy game finishes. That's why I always tell people to join my Discord. It's where I can get the most recent information out to people. And just funny things like we'll predict some pretty interesting things in there. If it ends 10-7, the logic there is obviously 17 years without a going under, things like that, and the fact that the public was going to be hitting the over hard. But those are the things we can go over in the Discord that I know a lot of people like going over. So I'll post a link for anyone. It's always great. There's been a lot of great additions, and it's becoming a nice think tank where we're really getting some stuff thanks to the Discord almost, just because someone gives me some information, and together we're able to really have an idea of what's going to happen. So take care, everybody, and happy earnings.